What is going on? I am your oh so beloved and glorious Mace Valor. Welcome to the program. Feeling weird today. Started my new meds last night and I'm like hard of breathing this morning. It's like every breath is like just gotta take deeper breaths. I don't know. It just feels weird. I mean, other than that, I don't have any stomach issues or anything, which is good because last time I did. I am hungry because I haven't eaten breakfast, but you know, it's not the end of the world. There's a cop there behind me. So I wanted to give you guys an update on the vehicle search. Do a little chitty chat about that. I'm still foggy. I still can't remember shit. Chit chat about the car situation. The car situation is so kind of here's where I'm at. I'm talking back and forth with a few people, right? A lot this morning, a little bit last night. So this morning saw a 2000. I was looking at Ford Focus. It's not a big fan of Ford, to be perfectly honest with you. If I had it my way, I'd completely stay away from that. But for real though, I am at the point where I'm not picky. So it's for 2010 Ford Focus sedan, 145,000 miles on it. You know, not too bad. It's still a fucking Ford though. This is kind of, you know, it's one of the things you gotta deal with. So I'm like, all right, well, maybe, you know, this seems like an overall good deal. He's asking 25 for it. The max I would even come close to paying for one is 2,000. And, you know, I was honest with him. We talked a little bit, and I was like, hey, I don't want to waste your time. I do like the vehicle. I do want to look at it, but I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. So I have a very strict, hard budget, and I don't want to lowball you. So if you're not flexible on the price, just let me know. I'll wish you luck. It seems like a great car. He was like, well, what's your budget? And I was like, realistically, including DMV costs and everything, it's $1,800. He's like, you sure you don't got any tax money you could add on top of that? I was like, and I laughed. I was like, everyone has money right now because it's tax time, but I was self-employed last year, so I had to pay taxes. So it's different. So it's not, I'm not getting this fat return like everybody else. And then this fucking guy, really? Fucking people in this town, man. So I'm crunching numbers, I'm looking around, you know, but it kind of gets to the point where it's like, dude, this is so much. And so I told him, hey man, 18 is the best I can do, but I don't want to lowball you, so I don't want to waste our time if that's not reasonable for you. He's like, well, I already had another guy come look at it. He offered 22. Even, you know, anything less than that, I'm really, you know, I'm not getting what it's worth. And I'm like, don't worry, man. I totally understand. No hard feelings, blah, blah, blah. And we kind of moved on with our lives, right? Shit, I totally forgot the fucking... I forgot that entrance right there is blocked off by the median. What? It sucks. I love drives me fucking crazy. And it's like the number one thing that she does irritates me more than anything else is that she starts stories or she starts conversations in the middle. And it like, and I've explained this to her like a million times. It's like, you got to start from the beginning with me. You can't just do this. I'm going to start from the middle and then have you fucking fill in the rest. So she brings me food. And I'm like, what are you talking about, food? Because when I left, I was like, if you're hungry and you want me to pick you something up, let me know. She never let me know, which told me not to get her anything. And then as I'm pulling into Starbucks, because we agreed to get Starbucks, and said, oh, food. And I'm like, I just like pulled into Starbucks. Now I have to go get you. So I had to say, hey, if you want me to get you food while I'm gone, let me know sooner rather than later. Because she usually doesn't. She usually texts me, oh, I want this from here or whatever. Like as I'm almost about to head on my way back to the house. I need to, like, in order for me to function properly, I have to have a roadmap in front of me. It's like I usually know where I'm going before I leave the house. But I hate sitting at the house for fucking 30, 40 minutes deciding anything. Yo, what's up? And it drives me fucking nuts. And it's like, the easiest thing to do is like, I'm going to leave and you're going to text me what you want. We're not playing this, oh, I don't know, whatever you want. No. Because if we get what I want, you're not going to want it. I'm not going to go back and forth like that. Or just easy. You tell me what you want. That's if you don't tell me, I'm not getting you anything. I'll get you a Diet Coke, but that's it. Anyway, so like I said, it's something stupid to get like pissy about. It really, truly is. But man, it hurts my fucking brain so bad that I have to repeat myself. It hurts my brain when it's like you give me no context for the conversation. It's like the last time we spoke about food, you said that you were hungry, and I was like, if you want me to pick you something up, let me know before I head home. And when you text me food, that's the conversation I'm linking back to. Bad J, too wise. What's going on? It's like I shouldn't get upset about shit like this. I know I should just deal with it, but it's like it's just because it's all the time. You know, it feels like a one-off thing every now and then, once in a blue moon, whatever. But it's always jumping in the middle of a conversation with lack of context, and then when I'm wrong because I'm trying to fill in the blanks, then I get like, you're not even listening to me. It's like because you didn't say anything. It's like, no, I was talking about this. It's like, when did you start talking about that? Well, like, that's what I was talking about. It's like, how am I supposed to know that? How am I supposed to know what you're talking about if you never reference what you're talking about? I'm just trying to do one thing at a time. Yeah, it's really fucking hard, man. It's really hard. Just gotta make it through like the next couple weeks. Just wish everything would stop irritating me so much. It's like I get on edge too quickly. It's ridiculous. Update Mace. So the update, currently there's rough negotiations. There's shrewd negotiations between me and the owner of one 2010 Ford Focus. 145,000 miles, and well, it's a Ford, so we all can't be very happy about that now, can we? But it's like, I just want something that runs and has a smog certification. If it needs work on it, I'll get that done when I get around to it. That's fine. Does it pass smog? No, it's like, oh, it will pass smog. It's like, can you go get the smog paperwork done? And it's like, then they go and get the smog paperwork done, and then they jack it up $500. It's like, well, now that I have the smog paperwork it's worth more. It's like, no, it's still worth the fucking same whether it passes smog or not. If it doesn't have the smog paperwork, well, it's worth a lot less because you're then putting a risk on the buyer. But it doesn't magically inflate $1,000 just because you have. And you know, this is just because it's tax time. It's tax time. For someone like me, I didn't get like crazy money back in taxes, so I'm kind of fucked. You know, because everyone's jacking up like.
So you're using Starbucks? What can I get for you?
Yeah, can I get a small hot chocolate, non-fat milk, and whipped topping cream, whatever?
You got it. What else?
Yeah, a large hot milk with whip. That should do her.
$8.56. Thank you.
Appreciate it. It's like they get these cars looking like they fucking pulled them out of a lake in the middle of the fucking desert, and it's like, you want to charge like how much for this? How many miles does it have? Doesn't pass smog? Got dents all around it? Fucking, it looks like fucking people shit all over the fucking seats, like, and you want how much for this? So, it's just shitty. But it's not the end of the world. I'll find some. I saw a 1999, 190,000 mile Volkswagen Passat automatic for $1,300 this morning. It was a little less than that. It was like $1,250, but it was like $1,300. And the guy was like right down the street from me, and I'm like, dude, I'll fucking take this easily in a heartbeat. I'll take this shit real quick, man. So I call him. It was Craigslist. So I call him up, and as I'm on the phone with him, he's like, yeah, this lady like just took it for a test drive, and she's got the money on hand. She's gonna buy it. And I'm like, fuck, because the guy had the smog paperwork in hand. He had what was it, like 3 or 4 years worth of mechanical history with it as well, which is nice. And it's like, dude, I would have taken, like, I obviously I want something like in the 2000s, but if it's a 99 that looks well maintained, it has its service fucking records, and you know, and it wasn't like zipped around and shit. Like, if this fucking car, like, I'm telling you, this car could have easily gone for $2,500. Like, just by the fucking look of it alone, let alone any fucking issues with it. But the fact that it passed smog meant that it fucking had to drive to go get past the smog. So when a vehicle passes smog, it says the vehicle drives, it says it runs, and it says that you know, it meets fucking Nevada's stringent fucking fuel efficiency fucking emissions testing and all that shit. It is stressful, but it's okay because we're making progress. Seeing that fucking Passat come up was a very good sign. You know, it meant that there are deals out there. I just have to continue to be patient. We've kind of been on this journey, I think, for about a week now. I told myself I'd give myself 2 weeks before I got really desperate. And desperate is the Ford Focus that I talked about, the 2010. Because, you know, 2000, I mean, it's a Ford. That's the thing that really, really fucking gets me. It's the fact that it's a Ford. Because I've had nothing but bad experiences with them. You know, your mileage may vary, but me personally, it's been a shit show every single fucking time. Name of the game, blown head gaskets. Blown head gaskets, fucking seizing up the axles and shit, radiators, fucking oil filters, like you name it. Every fucking piece of a Ford, top to bottom, I've had something fucking go wrong with one. So, but yeah, so seeing the Passat was good because it tells me that there are deals out there. I just need to, and I have to breathe. Now, I am an obsessive person. I don't think you guys realize this. When I stick my mind to something, I obsess over it. When I told you guys I was writing the book, that's pretty much all I was doing for months. That's when I hardly ever streamed because I was trying to finish that motherfucker. Even in the midst of writer's block, I was still forcing shit out, trying to get it done. And then coming up later for my cleanup. Fine-tuning. Any project I work on, I obsess over. Like, you have no idea how much I just laser focus and obsess over any given thing that I work on. So when it comes to this car situation, for like the past week, if I'm not actively like hanging out with the family, well, actually, no, fuck that. Even when I hang out with my family, I'm still on my phone, like looking at cars, hitting people up, making conversations, talking. There's no way I can stress this. It's been obsessive. It's like I was up until 3:30 in the morning last night because one, I can't fucking sleep, but two, because I'm obsessing over looking for cars. You know, I'm messaging people when they're fucking dead ass asleep, and I'm fucking trying to, figure out what the fuck's going on. You know, and it's like I keep telling myself I need to relax, I need to take a break. Like I don't have any work today or anything, so today is the perfect day to look for cars. You know, that's what it says in my head. But at the same time, though, it's like I'm so overwhelmed by it, and it's like more money. I think it would be less of an issue. No, it would still be an issue because whether a car is listed at $2,000, $4,000, whether or not you have $2,000 or $4,000, a car that's listed at $2,000 could have this in the same condition as a car that costs $4,000. They're selling cars for like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Needs a brand new engine, or the fucking muffler's all fucked up, or whatever. It's like no matter the price point, there's good cars and bad cars. That's why I don't mind getting older used cars because, yeah, they might be older, they might be used, but they're cheaper. They're cheaper than a newer comparable version of it. And the newer ones for an even higher price are listed with issues and shit. So why am I gonna fucking fork out $7,000 for a vehicle, that the rotors are bad, the tires are shit, this, that, like you're fucking, you gotta put 1,000 in after you already put $7,000 down. It makes no sense. So that's why I am keeping my eye exactly where I'm at, exactly with my budget. I try not to get too down on myself about it because it's like when I think it's like, well, if I had more money. No, that's not true, Mace. It's not true because we know the truth is you can find something in your price range because you have before. So chill out. Sandwich meat, turkey, honey smoked. That's a thing. So honey smoked turkey. So I'm gonna go home and make myself a sandwich.
Hey, how are you doing?
Today? Yeah.
And then would you like stop for today?
No.
Perfect. You're like, I need my coffee now. There we go.
Actually, could you put a stopper in the small one though? All right, thanks. Appreciate it. Have a good one. So the dude that $2,000 for that Ford, man. I mean, the fact that it's a Ford is stressful enough, and that's like a lot of money to put into something that I don't trust off the bat. But the big thing is the $2,000 because I've allocated my budget in such a way. Well, I thought the third season was good. I didn't start losing interest until around season 6. Because I've always been a big fan of The Walking Dead. I mean, coming from the comic books, and actually even the actual written novels they're really good. And in the beginning, man, I enjoyed The Walking Dead for what it was. I thought it was a very good adaptation. Yeah, there were some changes, and I was a little salty about that because I'm a purist. But you know what? I took it for what it was, and I enjoyed it as the new media of it. It's a different telling of the same story. So the problem that I have with The Walking Dead is that there's a lot of business that goes down. So Andrew Lincoln's not even there anymore. Some of the things that they do in the writer's room with character arcs and stuff, all those things are kind of contingent upon actor contracts contracts. And AMC is notorious for having extremely shitty contracts. AMC is notorious for having really crazy budget constraints. And you get to these actors that have been on the show for so long, they have good character arcs, but then next thing you know, it's like AMC doesn't want to give them a pay increase when they deserve it. And they're like, well, fuck it. I can make more money elsewhere, so I'm leaving. So that's what they do. And, you know, then then the show itself, I mean, stylistically, I think the show is wonderful looking. I get really immersed, but I do wish they had a higher budget because, you know, it feels very limiting, you know, when you're watching it. The apocalypse feels very closed in with a lot of the cinematography. A lot of the shots, you know, are kind of, you can kind of tell it's a very enclosed space where they're recording. You know, where there's other post-apocalyptic media, mainly in movies, which you have higher budgets, which show you vast landscapes. You know, they'll show you an entire street instead of just this one little portion of a cul-de-sac or whatever that is completely disheveled, like really setting you in there. But the thing that really has kind of turned me off, now I've been invested in The Walking Dead this far, which is why I keep watching it. But man, it's like, I roll my eyes. Like this season right now is just shit, man. Last season ended pretty shitty. I mean, last season I didn't like it all. Last season was pretty bad. There's moments from it, but no. And this season, I mean, it finally feels like they're fucking going somewhere. You know, but I don't know. I'm waiting to finish watching this season now that it came back on, you know. And Fear the Walking Dead, the last season I fucking detested. I thought the last season was complete and utter fucking garbage of Fear the Walking Dead. And it goes back to storytelling, man. It's like they're telling the same story again and again and again. You know, I enjoyed All Out War, the Negan storyline and all that. Some of the changes I wasn't a big fan of, but you know, it is what it is. That's the one thing that kind of gets me. Some of the changes I just don't agree with. But you know, that's their decision, and you got to run with it. It's kind of like with Game of Thrones. Like the final season of Game of Thrones, people want to bitch, moan, and complain about it. It's like, look, man, I think that they rushed it. They could have done the exact same storyline, but stretched it over like 2 seasons. And I think it would have had that. It wouldn't have felt rushed. You would have had that depth. You would have been able to immerse yourself in the characters and the story, and really invest yourself, you know, in all the goings on of Westeros. But we didn't get that. It literally felt rushed, like they were running to the throne. Like it was so haphazardly handled. So that's the issue that I had with Game of Thrones. Cinematography was great, the acting was great, blah blah blah. Like there's so many great things about even the last season. Even though the last season, as far as story and lore and you know all that, I was completely and utterly let down by. You know, a lot of the script work was pretty shit. The Governor, yeah, man, but the Governor on TV they had to tone him down because it's on cable television. But dude, the Governor in the comic books and the novels, holy shit, dude! Lord of the Rings is the shit, man. It's hard to top that because it was well crafted. People shit on the Hobbit. I still like the Hobbit, but people shit on the Hobbit. Big fan of those flicks. But yeah, Lord of the Rings, like that's what I did as soon as I finished watching. As soon as I finished watching Game of Thrones, and I was so let down by it, I went back and rewatched Lord of the Rings, all the extended shit. And it felt so good. And then I'm a big fan of The Witcher. Love The Witcher books, love the video games. And I love the TV show. But people are bitching about the show. They're like, oh, it's trying to be a Game of Thrones ripoff. And it's like, no, it's not. It's its own separate thing. Game of Thrones, The Witcher is not trying to be anything else than The Witcher, okay? If I don't know, I get triggered when they try to compare, you know, apples to oranges. It's like, you know, they're both in high fantasy settings, but trust me, they're fucking different, you know? But, dude, man. What was that? It's not a sweater. I saw that Instagram picture, man. Dude, those the thingy, you know what I'm talking about. I can't remember the fucking name, but those things, man. I mean, beyond anything else, they clean up your fucking work, man. You're not using all these couplings and shit. You're cleaning it up, and also because you're using pipe and pipe, it's gonna help long road, because every weld that you do is a potential leak. No matter how good you are, there could be a pinhole in that motherfucker. Okay, so limit how many welds you do. Use a squedger, man. Clean that shit up nice and tight, man. I like seeing that. I wish fucking more techs would use that shit, but no, like, oh, let's just use a coupling. And then they got the bend. Hillmore makes a really nice bender. I don't know the fucking terminology, but you know what I'm talking about. Hillmore makes a really good one. They have a good set. Yeah, Hillmore's probably one of my favorite companies when it comes to service, HVAC service tools. Yeah, they have the benders, so you can get like your 90s, your 45s, whatever. You like even in betweens. Those are great. The tools I found, dude, they are expensive as fuck, and I think it's like a patent or some shit. Someone patented it and they licensed the right to use it, so that's why those are so expensive. Because it's a patent thing. I guarantee you, if you saw one of those at Harbor Freight, you'd get it for $20. All right, but Harry Potter's all right, man. It ain't bad. All right, I just got home. I like shooting the shit about HVAC tools with you. I like tools. I don't get to use a whole different variety, but there are some that I pick up here and there that I really like. Anyway, I gotta go. I have milk. I don't want it to spoil. As always, Mario's so glorious, blood, Mace Valor.